It's the NFL on EA Sports.
And our focus is on Amari Cooper.
He should be one of his quarterback's best friends this week. It's the Browns and the Dolphins on Sunday night.
Now, from the home of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, Cleveland, Ohio, EA Sports proud to welcome you to Huntington Bank Field, the home of the Browns. Thanks for having us in. Chill in the air. Folks are bundled in the seats and on the field. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, a bit warmer up here in the booth. These cold weather games, Greg, always interesting to watch how it impacts the players down on the field.
Absolutely, and these nights are kind of tricky, Mike, right? It's how much do you want to spend preparing for it, thinking about it, and really letting it almost become like a mental factor.
The veteran, Jason Sanders, ready to get us started. And off we go here on Sunday Night Football. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Browns led out by their quarterback, Deshaun Watson, the stardom early in Houston. Now his third season with the Browns, 8th season in the league, as Watson tries to get this Browns team going in this one.
I think when you go back and watch last week's game, Mike, I think two things were at play. Number one, let's give credit to the defense. I think they did a nice job of identifying some of the easy layups we've seen this quarterback hit from a week-to-week basis. They took it away. They made him go to his second, third, check down through his progression. And then secondly, when the play did line up, when they did get the look they wanted, he just missed a lot of throws. So they know they cannot afford another pedestrian performance out of him this week. If he can play to the standard we've seen in weeks past, they can have a better chance of having a better result.
Still second down.
Watson going to give it to Chubb. And he'll get past the marker. So he's got a first down on that gain of 5.
And the Browns, first down. First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Once again, it's Chubb. And he'll get maybe a yard. That's it. Anthony Walker there to make the tackle. Here's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the shotgun, here's Watson. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Watson. He'll try and get there on the ground. Good job breaking the pocket and going for 14 yards, and most importantly, a first down.
This is an element that defensively you always have to be ready to defend. You can't just accept that it's a pass and be so consumed with the receivers downfield. You have to account for the quarterback as a scrambler. You can see why, as he's able to get out of the pocket and pick up the first down.
Moore going in motion. They fake the jet sweep and will hand it up the middle. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. On the ground, it's Chubb. And that'll be a gain of 2 and a first down.
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on 2nd down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the first down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, Watson. That's to the former Bronco. It's Jerry Jeudy. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Moore going in motion. Here comes the jet sweep. And this defense having nothing of that. They get him down behind the line.
Great job by the defense seeing this jet sweep unfold. They're able to get right to the point of contact and take this guy down for a loss.
Here's Watson now on second down. He finds Judy on that one. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
Brings up 3rd and 9.
Here's Watson. And this is too far over the end line. It's incomplete. Amari Cooper was the man he was looking for. And now it's 4th down.
For the field goal. A 35-yard attempt.
York's kick is good. And the Browns are out to an early 3-0 lead.
You know, they did a lot of good things on this opening drive, Mike. I know they stalled out once they got down there into the red zone. They're going to need to work on finishing some of these drives as this game moves along. But that's a good 3 points to start this game.
And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Dolphins come out on offense, and the lefty, Tua Tagovailoa. He led the NFL a year ago in passing yardage. Hard to believe this is season 5 already from Alabama. Greg, Tua, 26 years old, and his time is now.
If his preparation for this game is any indication of how he's going to perform today, Mike, they're going to be hard to beat. He played really well last week, but when we talked to his coaches, they told us, they're like, he has lived here all week. He has taken his level of play even up another notch. And if he can continue to operate this system, continue to get all of his weapons involved, this leadership, this ability to lead by example, it's going to rub off on the rest of this offense. I think they're going to have a good chance of changing from last week's loss to coming away today with a victory.
And a good run there. Finds the lane, gets forward. Got 8 yards and sets up a much more manageable 3rd and 2. In motion comes Beckham. They'll let the fullback try to push the pie. Whoa! It's a gain of 10 yards. 1st down, Miami.
All they needed was a couple yards, but he was prepared, Mike, to dish out all the punishment he could to anyone who stood in his way. And with that mindset, it's no surprise to see him convert for that 1st down.
On play action, it's Tagovailoa. He's going to let it fly downfield for Beckham.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
Holding offense.
From the gun, here's Tua. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Hill brought in motion. 3rd and long. And here's Tua. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
On the return, it's Moore. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The Browns offense back onto the field as you take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And things are getting a little tight with 2 weeks left in the regular season. Already, we can look ahead in both conferences to some critical divisional matchups ahead in Week 18. 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 29-yard
Back to throw is Watson.
These are the plays that just drive the defensive coordinator crazy, Mike. You do everything right, but you don't account for the quarterback scrambling. He's able to get out of the pocket and gain enough for a 1st down.
Now give to Chubb, running right. He'll work forward to the 40-yard line. Anthony Walker there to make the tackle. Here's a 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
Now whistles here, and a penalty. Looked like somebody moved early up front. On 2nd down, here's Watson. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
3rd and 7.
Here's Watson. And that is incomplete.
The most important stat, Mike, to determine wins and losses in the NFL is clearly turnover differential, your ability to protect the ball and on defense take the ball away. And for any offense, that's even more critical when you have the ball on your side of the field.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Dolphins offense and Tyreek Hill heading back on the field. Now with 2 weeks left in the regular season, you can see there he's the NFL leader in touchdown receptions. Man in motion is Berrios. Fake the handoff. Now Tua. He'll get this to the former Falcon, Jonnu Smith. It's a gain of 10. That's enough for a quick first down.
And the Dolphin first down.
A shotgun snap for Tua. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up 2nd down. In motion comes Beckham. A play fake. Now Tua to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on 3rd down? It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up 4th down.
And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. The Browns offense and quarterback Deshaun Watson getting set for their next drive. And this defense has to be searching for answers right now. It's been his ability to make plays on the ground here in the first half that has really given them fits. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Now it's Watson. He runs with it. And he'll be brought down up past the 35-yard line.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the 1st down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
And this time the rush gets home, and down he goes. Jalen Phillips that time, in there for the sack.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense, immediately getting back on track. And what do the coaches say? Just play the next play, and that's exactly what they did.
To throw on 2nd down is Watson. And that's going to wind up incomplete.
I think you just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot. When you throw the ball short of the sticks on third down, you're relying heavily on the yards after the catch. So give credit to the defense here. Once the ball carrier had the ball, multiple guys around him, corralled him, take him down short of the sticks.
Returnable from the 17. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. Pressure gets there, and down he goes. So we are through one on Sunday Night Football. It's the Browns with the advantage. And we're back to Cleveland in a minute. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Tua gonna throw. That's over the middle and caught by Smith. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down. Hill brought in motion. Throwing on 3rd down, Tagovailoa. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
I know this play results in an incomplete pass, but I think this is a really good job by the quarterback. His clock was going off. He felt that rush. He had no immediate target to go to with the ball. Instead, throw it away. Don't take the sack. Live for another day.
And some nifty running on the return. Picked up some good yardage before he was taken down. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Throwing is Watson. He's going to run it.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
A run out of the gun. Here's Chubb. And he'll only be able to muster a couple of yards. The veteran Calais Campbell in there for the stop. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Watson to throw. That's complete to Moore on the right side. 15-yard pickup there. 1st down, Cleveland.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump?
Encroachment, defense. Still 1st down.
So a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5. Here's Chubb. Good running there. He's got the 1st down inside the 30.
That's another Browns 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
Still 1st down.
They'll run right here with Chubb. Not much happening there, just a short game. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. Athletic training staff's going to take a look, but this is a problem late in the season. Watson. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Touchdown, Browns. That his first touchdown this year.
All week, we're going to see this play be run over and over as a highlight of the quarterback and the receiver. But, Mike, the part that people don't give enough credit to, in order to get a downfield shot, you have to have time, and what a great job by the offensive line, allowing the quarterback to be comfortable enough in the pocket, let those deeper routes develop, be on time and accurate with the ball, and that's why this play is going to be a highlight all week. Let's give the big guys up front some credit.
So the lead is now 10-0 as this kicks away. Braxton Berrios now to bring it back. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Dolphins offense and their wide receiver getting ready to get back to work. As we head into this final stretch of games, take note, he comes into this one leading the NFL in receiving yards. They'll motion the tight end Smith. On first down, Tagovailoa. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Mike, when you're completing less than 35% of your passes, you're just not going to win a lot of games in the NFL. He's just too erratic throughout the course of the game. Sometimes it's exactly how they practiced, and at other times it looks like they've never practiced at all.
And he's shedding tacklers left and right, winding his way for a gain of 8. On third down, they go with Wright. A gain there of 11. Good for a Dolphins first down.
We've seen third down really turn into a pass-happy down throughout the league, and I think this is an example of the play caller kind of using that to his advantage. Keep the defense off guard, keeps the ball on the ground, extend this possession.
Opening carry of the game for the speedster, Devon Achane. And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field. Tua gives it to Mostert. A flag is down. It's a gain of a yard. But let's check the call. Now whistles and a timeout. Tua gonna give it to Achane. He'll take this forward for about a yard at best. Myles Garrett able to bring him down. Once again, it's Achane. Nothing doing there. He'll go down behind the line.
Well, as been the case this entire first half, it's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
And that is incomplete.
I understand it's third down and the quarterback's trying to make a play, Mike, but if you're going to make a dangerous throw on third down and you're going to force the ball into tight coverage, at least do it past the sticks. Try to pick up that first down and maintain possession. He tries to thread the needle, ball falls incomplete, and now it brings up fourth down.
And how about that? Nice return there, picking his way up past the 35-yard line. Nick Chubb and the rest of the Browns offense set to take over again. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Now Watson. This throw left is complete with Judy. They'll run a toss to Chubb. And he's going to get him a first down here across midfield and down to the 45. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Athletic training staff's going to take a look, but this is a problem late in the season. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Chubb. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
And before the snap, we have a whistle, and this could very well be a false start. On the handoff, this is Chubb. Not a whole lot there as he'll work it down to the 46. The veteran linebacker, Shaq Barrett, in on the tackle. A tough spot here. 3rd and long. From the shotgun, here's Watson. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the first. So it'll bring up 4th down. Here's Corey Bojorquez now, as he is on to punt for Cleveland. That's going to be out of bounds. Well judged and spotted right at the 10-yard line. Out comes Miami and the offense to get started on their next drive. We'll see how they want to attack things here, backed up deep in their own end. It's 1st and 10. Now it's Tua. And the coverage right there. This ball knocked away. It's incomplete. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Here's a give to Achane. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up 3rd down. Here's Tua. That's taken in by Achane. And he's going to have the 1st down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Here's Tagovailoa. That's caught by Smith on the right side. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there. Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Off play action, it's Tua. He's going to let it fly downfield for Beckham.
As this offense continues to put anything together and score some points, they need to just take a step back. They need to say, okay, we've struggled here in the first half putting points on the scoreboard. Don't worry about chasing points. Let's chase 1st downs. Let's chase completions. Just start building something small. And oftentimes when you take that approach, it snowballs, and next thing you know, you find your groove. When you decide to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, typically, Mike, what you're doing is you start from the top down. If you have the big shot downfield, take it. If not, the quarterback works through his progression, finds the medium target, picks up the 1st down.
Nice gain on 1st down, but the penalty flags come in. And the question now, will the play stand? In motion comes Beckham. On the handoff, this is Achane. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings him down for a loss.
From the gun, here's Tua. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down. In motion comes Beckham. Third and long. Here's Tua. He'll try to run for it. And he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play.
And that's a great job defensively here on third down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn it to a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the first down.
And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. The Browns offense going to take over here in the last minute of this first half. They've got the 10-0 advantage here early, and they'll see if they can add to it. Beginning on this drive, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. Toward the middle, that's caught by Moore. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Shotgun snap to Watson. He'll get that into the hands of Nick Chubb. And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage. They're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. Here's Watson. And that is incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
That's fielded at about the 18. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. They will start it on the ground to run that clock. The defense all over this one. They get him behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a couple. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we'll get you down to Orlando now. That's where the coach is, Jonathan Coachman, and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. More from you and a big tight end momentarily. But first, let's give everyone a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get our tour started out at venerable Soldier Field in Chicago, where it was the visiting Seahawks who were able to come away with the road victory. Justice Hill doing plenty of damage on the ground as he went well over 100 yards in the victory. From there, let's head up to Cincinnati, Ohio to check in on the Bengals at home at Paycor Stadium. And they were losers in that one as they fall to the visiting Denver Broncos. The Bengals were this close to a perfect regular season, but they couldn't finish it off, and they fall to 15-1 with one game remaining until playoff time. And one more to highlight, a good one on Monday Night Football between the Detroit Lions and the San Francisco 49ers. The Browns were given a solid performance in that first half from their quarterback, Deshaun Watson. He's got a touchdown pass on the ledger as his guys were able to build a double-digit lead.
Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. Devon Achane to return it. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. Devon Achane ready to take the field with the rest of his Miami offensive teammates. And he's had trouble getting on track in this one. Really limited space to find an opening. The defensive front stopping him multiple times. Generally, he has not been a big factor in this game to this point. So they come to the line for first down and 10. In motion comes Beckham. Using the jet sweep for the fake, they run it up the middle. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
A shotgun snap for Tua. He'll get this out to his running back. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down. They'll motion the tight end, Smith. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And he looks to be a bit short of the line. And that is going to bring up 4th down.
I think in this field position, Mike, when 4th and short, I think you got to go for it. I think there's at least a conversation going on the sideline about whether you keep your offense on the field or send out your punt unit.
That's taken at about the 14. Oh, looked like he may have had a seam for a moment, but he's taken down after a solid return. The Browns offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. Their lead is 10. They go back to work, trying to add to it. It begins with first down.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started. Linebacker certainly wasn't fooled on that play. Not only does he get there in a hurry, but he's able to secure that tackle and bring him down for a loss.
3rd and long for Watson. Oh, a loose football. It's picked up by the Dolphins. How about the defense getting to the quarterback, getting access to the ball, knocking it free, and coming up with the recovery?
I'd like to see the quarterback just be a little more secure with the ball, Mike. You can see he's just a little loose, especially when you're operating from the pocket. But give credit to the defender. Nice job attacking the ball, knocking it loose and recovering it, and that is a big takeaway here by this defense.
The Dolphins offense ready to get back at it. And they start in the best possible situation. It is 1st and goal. A run with the fullback in goal. They'll come up with nothing there. Fortunate just to get back to the line. And that'll set up 2nd and goal. Here's Tagovailoa. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. After that incomplete pass, we have a player shaken up. Athletic training staff's going to take a look, but this is a problem late in the season. Good job so far by the defense protecting the short field. Now it's 3rd and goal. Under pressure, and now he's going to go down back at the 8-yard line.
You can tell what the decision is about how they want to approach 4th down by what they call on 3rd down. If that was a run play, then you can bet they were going to go for it on 4th. But because it was a pass, and then they take a sack, I think this coach on 4th down is leaning towards settling for 3. Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
Now it's the Browns' turn as they get set to take over again on offense. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Chubb. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Once again, it's Chubb. First down and more for Chubb. And he is out of bounds all the way down at the 35-yard line. A big run by Chubb. 38 yards.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
And he'll get forward for about a yard. Kendall Fuller up to make the stop. Here's a 2nd and 9. Watson going to give it to Chubb. With good blocking leading the way, he's got the first down inside the 25. Now, we have an injury, and it's Nick Chubb, who missed nearly the entire 2023 season. 1st and 10. A carry now for Strong. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. On the ground, this is Deontay Foreman. And he'll get the first down there, a pickup of about 5 yards.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
He's going to keep it himself. He is in. Deshaun Watson. Touchdown, Cleveland. That his 2nd touchdown tonight. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return is Achane. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. Following the kickoff, we have an injured player on the field. Athletic training staff's going to take a look, but this is a problem late in the season. Hill brought in motion. Fake the handoff. Now, Tua. Off he goes.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
Flags coming. Looks like there was movement on the right side of the O-line. In motion comes Beckham. A play fake. Now Tua to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tagovailoa. He gets that complete to Berrios. He's going to have the first down, and that one good for 9, and the drive continues.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
Out of the pistol, here's Tua. First down throw there is incomplete.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
Tua now on third down. Looking for Berrios downfield. That one is batted away. Incomplete. No separation that time. Tightly defended. It brings up fourth down. Punt team headed out for the Dolphins. And this one's going to land out of bounds as they'll mark it inside the 20. The home team's offense ready for this next possession. The lead is a couple of touchdowns as this drive kicks off 1st and 10. A run play here with Strong. And a good one here. He'll be marked down up past the 25-yard line.
It's too early at this point, Mike, to really start thinking about the clock. You definitely don't want to go into a shell. But now this is the point in the game where having a good ground game really starts to take over. You throw to get the lead, but man, once you get it...
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we're going to see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
That's to the right side and incomplete.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
Rush comes. They're setting up the screen.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a fourth down decision to make.
Good hang time. The fair catch will be made back at their own 12. The Dolphins offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. This will start from the 12, trying to put a drive together here. It's 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's Achane. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. Now whistles here, and a penalty. Looks like somebody moved early up front. Tagovailoa working out of the pistol. Now he'll swing it out to his fullback. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line. 3rd and long. Back to throw is Tua. Now look out. That ball is free in the end zone. And that pressure too great. He's going to be sacked in the end zone. And that is a safety. Fortunate that that was not worse for the offense. The pressure's on. They knock it out of the quarterback's hands. But only a safety instead of the defense getting a touchdown.
Yeah, and as a quarterback, Mike, you always have that clock in your head. But that clock has to speed up even quicker when you find yourself dropping in your own end zone. And fortunately for them, that fumble doesn't lead to a touchdown, but instead results in the 2-point safety.
The home team's offense about ready to take over once more. They're going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. 1st and 10. Moore going in motion. Right away, they'll try a jet sweep. He's going nowhere. Losing yardage on that play.
When you come across on a jet sweep, Mike, you're hoping once you get the ball, all you see is green grass and open space. Well, in this case, he had a lot of unhappy defenders waiting for him, and the rush
gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
This has been a tough sequence right out of the jump. You work all week on your opening script, and they're usually the plays that you feel the best about to try to establish some sort of early rhythm, but through 2 plays, run and pass, all they've done is go backwards.
Watson to throw. They'll try to set up the screen here. And he'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the first down. So it's going to bring up 4th down. Punting time for the Browns. They're set to kick it away. He'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. And a fair catch is taken. It is just inside the 20-yard line. The visitors' offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
Here's Tua now on 2nd down. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And they'll mark him down up beyond the 30. Line of scrimmage is the 31 as they line up 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. So we are through 3. And Sunday Night Football continues after this. In motion comes Beckham. They'll fake the handoff. Now, Tua. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
Throwing now on 3rd and long. Quickly out wide, it's OBJ. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the first. It'll bring up 4th down. Punt team comes out. Dolphins going to kick it away. This one fielded out beyond the 25. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. Now Strong. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. Here's 2nd and 9. The give to Strong. And he'll get this ahead. Gain of about 4. And it leads to 3rd down.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 5.
From the shotgun, here's Watson. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete.
At this point in the game, Mike, it really starts coming down to the number of possessions. So that's a huge 1st down conversion. Fresh set of downs. Now, the balance is stay aggressive and maintain the ball, but also start working this.
No chance at all. He'll go down.
By Peter
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
Here comes Foreman. Powerful running there, stiff-arming his way for a gain of 6. This a must-stop for this defense, facing 3rd and long. To throw is Watson. Ho-ho! Good decision to take off. He gets 15 yards and a first down.
This is the point in the game, Mike. We're on 3rd down. You have to get off the field, and they do a great job. They defend everything in the pass routes, nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball, but they don't keep him in the pocket. They let him escape, picks up the first down with his legs. They're going to be able to run more time off the clock.
And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
At the 50-yard line.
Out of the gun, Watson. And he wisely hit the deck at the end of that one. No unnecessary shot there. It is a first down.
And this is what you like to see if you're the head coach. Not only does your quarterback know exactly where that first down marker is, he's able to pick up the first down, but then get himself on the ground. He avoids the big hit and picks up the first down.
He'll go right and find his running back.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection, and maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. They've converted 2 third downs already on this drive, and here's 3rd and 4. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going. They'll run with Strong. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 29-yard line.
They'll run. It's Foreman. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
On 1st down, Watson. That'll be batted away. Incomplete. Coverage very strong defensively. It's 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Shotgun snap to Watson. That's into the hands of Moore. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Back to throw is Watson. Taking off, he'll try to get there.
Deshaun Watson on the scramble.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold him to just a short gain.
Cade York and the field goal unit coming on the field. This about as short as you can get. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Browns will extend their lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through and they get 3.
Here's Berrios on the return. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The visitors' offense ready to take over once more. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. From the gun, here's Tua. Into the hands of Berrios. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield. Set to go now on 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Tua. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. He was looking for Devon Achane coming out of the backfield. And it'll be second down. Here's Tagovailoa. Work in the middle of the field, but that is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Odell Beckham Jr. there, and it's going to be third down. Tua to throw again. And that is incomplete.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
He's got his man. It's Hill. And he will score. Tyreek Hill. Touchdown, Miami. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the fourth quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
The score, Browns 22, Dolphins 10.
After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. The return starts from the 5. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Browns offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end trying to come up with a way to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go. And he's turned a number of those into big plays. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass you say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up second down. On the ground is Foreman. Yeah! And he'll take this up to the 30. Pick up a 5. Now, after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Athletic training staff's going to take a look, but this is a problem late in the season. 3rd and 5. Watson. Oh, in trouble. Down he goes.
And the big guys up front in the offensive line just continue to not be on the same page. And we've seen it time and time again here today. This pass rush remains one step ahead of them. And it's the quarterback who continues to pay the price.
The Browns getting their punting team out there as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a fourth quarter lead. This one, returnable. And how about that? Nice return there, picking his way up past the 35-yard line. Now, following the punt return, we have an injured player on the field. Now, a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Now, it's Tua. He'll get this over the middle to Smith. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. Here's 1st and 10. Hill brought in motion. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, They know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning remain as we get set for 1st and 10. Play action. Tagovailoa. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. They'll drop to throw. That's caught by Smith on the right side.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down. They snap it to Tua. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on downs. The home team's offense ready to get back at it. And this game really just illustrates how important home field is in the NFL. On paper, this didn't look like much of a matchup. But now it's looking like it'll be one of the biggest surprises around the league this weekend. Now the Dolphins going to use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play. Now it's Foreman. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up 3rd down. Throwing is Watson. Oh, and that throw not able to be pulled in. It's incomplete. Looked like he may have got a little ahead of himself there. And it's going to bring up 4th down. And now here comes the punt team. Here comes a return. And that's a nice job of making things more manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line. The Dolphins offense back onto the field for their next possession. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. Tua gonna throw. His throw on 1st down is going to be incomplete.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
On 2nd down, here's Tagovailoa. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Back to throw is Tua. They need 8 yards to keep it going. 4th and 8. In motion comes Beckham. That's going to be caught, and he's going to get there. He got the 1st down, not by a whole lot, but that'll keep this drive rolling.
Some teams just have a stronger appetite for being willing to go for 4th down tries, even on their side of the field, Mike, and we're seeing it so much more often. The days of just punting the ball back and forth and saying, hey, we're going to play good defense. Remember, the better your defense, that doesn't mean you should punt. The better your defense.
And this is going to be a touchdown. hold everything. They are not done yet. For quarterbacks, there are so many stats we use to measure a good season. This is one of them. 30 touchdowns. That was number 30 on the year. Sanders here for the extra point. He's got it. And the Dolphins have cut the deficit to 5. They need a late recovery to have any chance. Here comes the onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
That was their last shot. They've got no timeouts left. Now the offense can just simply come take the field. Best play in football, Mike. Victory formation, take a couple knees, get on with the win.
The Browns offense make their way out to take over once more. The lead is 5 as they're going to start with this first down. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So the Dog Pound celebrates. It's a win for the Browns. They're able to erase the memories from a week ago, the game they really did struggle in. They look like a different group here as they respond with a solid victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Dog Pound's happy. It's a win for the Browns as we say farewell from Cleveland.